Good, happy Monday morning, November 12th, 2018. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, we want to check a look and see what your weather is for today, and a system that could be making its way into New Hampshire for tomorrow. So let's take a look at this weather video from WMUR News 9, Kevin Skarupa.
It's the time to join Planet Fitness and find your happy pace. Join today for just 25 cents down, $10 a month, no commitment. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
Join Planet Fitness for 25 cents down and $10 a month, no commitment. Offer ends November 14th.
Certainly is a chilly start to this Monday morning across the Granite State, with temperatures in the 20s and even some teens up in the North Country. A lot of sunshine as we get started, but clouds will start increasing as the afternoon wears on as the next system approaches. The first of two systems we'll have during the work week. A lot of this one will likely be in the form of rainfall in the southern two-thirds of the state. We jump into the 40s today. It'll feel pretty good with a good deal of sunshine around and a lighter breeze into the afternoon. Still hanging on to a few upper 30s the farther north you go as we go through the afternoon. But again, good deal of sunshine before clouds really start to increase later on this afternoon and into this evening. We will drop back to either side of 30 in southern areas later on tonight, while we'll be in the 20s up north. That means as the moisture moves in, there could be an initial light wintry mix in a couple of southern areas, but as you'll notice here on Futurecast, by 6, 7, 8 a.m., we are talking mainly rainfall for the southern half of the state with some light snow falling up in the North Country. It's a fairly quick-moving system, so while it'll be heavy at times either side of midday, it'll race out of here later in the afternoon. We could be looking at a few inches of accumulation farther north, especially White Mountains, Great North Woods. You could be looking at locally 3 or 4 inches of accumulation, while in central and southern areas, any sort of a wintry mix initially as the precipitation moves in would likely be right over to rainfall. That'll be heavy at times either side of midday. You'll see that system moves away rather quickly Tuesday night. For Wednesday, gusty winds out of the northwest and high temperatures only in the 30s. That's going to make it feel more like teens and 20s. You're going to want to find the winter jackets if you haven't yet, because it looks like Wednesday will be quite the cold day out there for us. As I mentioned, several inches of accumulation from the White Mountains up through the Great North Woods. And as you'll notice in the upper valley in places like Plymouth, there could be an initial burst of snow or a wintry mix, but likely that all washed away by some rainfall as we go into the afternoon before that pulls away later on in the evening. Today, temperatures in the 30s up north, while it is 40s elsewhere, kind of a coolish afternoon. Still normal highs this time of year around 50, and we're hard-pressed to get there anywhere in your 7-day forecast. First of the two systems tomorrow, second one arrives Friday. As you'll notice, temperatures are about 5 or 6 degrees colder for that system moving in. That means snow for a lot more areas than rainfall next time around.
Okay, and that is a look at your weather forecast from meteorologist Kevin Skarupa. And now let's take a look at your roadways and your traffic and see what your traffic looks like for this morning as well. And here's a look at the traffic maps this morning. We're seeing a lot of green roadways, and we are seeing a lot of yellow and red roadways as well. Otherwise, your traffic is moving a little okay for this Monday morning. And a reminder, a lot of businesses and a lot of schools are off today due to Veterans Day observance today. And that is a check of your traffic this morning. If we get any major issues or delays, we will bring it right to you right here on the Riley King Network. Police search for armed dangerous man near Rochester Walmart. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
It's the perfect time to join Planet Fitness and find your happy pace. Join today for just 25 cents down, $10 a month, no commitment. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
Join Planet Fitness for 25 cents down and $10 a month. No commitment. Offer ends November 14th.
Well, Charisse, we're several hours in, and this is still very much an ongoing and active situation. It all started here behind me at the Walmart located on Farmington Road. You can see there is a cruiser blocking the entrance to the Walmart with an officer standing guard. It's actually a scene that's repeated in the nearby Market Basket parking lot as well. The situation creating an intense search and causing for some evacuations. Rochester police force evacuations of several businesses along Farmington Road after a call was made reporting a man armed with a rifle in the rear parking lot of this Walmart before he disappeared into nearby woods.
I was curious and trying to figure out what was going on.
Brianna Palchett was trying to go shopping when she was turned around.
All I see is a bunch of the cop cars blocking off all the entrances, and I don't know if that's a helicopter I hear up there, but...
Rochester police say the man they are looking for is 27-year-old Christopher Thomas. They say Thomas has 3 warrants for criminal threatening, along with 4 warrants for theft. Officials describe him as a white male in his 20s with a beard, standing approximately 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighing about 160 pounds. Rochester's police chief stressing no shots have been fired and no injuries have been reported. Police could be seen searching the Walmart and Market Basket plazas, along with a Ford dealership.
Well, hopefully they get him, because there's a ton of kids that live around this place, and that's the main thing, and there's tons of families.
Crystal Lethal's friend works inside the Walmart and was messaging her while the evacuations were happening. She says she was worried for his safety, but is happy he is okay.
Well, he has a family. He has 4 beautiful kids, and he needs his job to support his children.
And again, the man police are looking for is Christopher Thomas. He is 27 years old, no known addresses. Again, there is a warrant out, several warrants actually out for his arrest. He is considered armed and dangerous, so if you do see him, do not approach him. Police say they will be out looking for Thomas until he is caught. Reporting live here in Rochester, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we will keep you updated on this situation until we get new information. Granite State communities show support for veterans. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
Burst out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
High school marching bands, scouts, and junior ROTC cadets join our local veterans in Manchester's annual Veterans Day Parade.
We have it to thank all the people who served and fought for our country.
Many veterans remember a time during the Vietnam War when they were not welcomed home with parades, but they're glad to see the city's military pride on full display.
And we need to support the veterans that are coming home today.
Organizations like Veterans Count help veterans, service members, and their families.
Whether their service was in Baghdad or Beirut, we need to serve veterans as well as they serve us.
We were trained to be military, and we lived that way for a long time. We're not trained to come back to civilian life.
Anyone can show support by donating to a veterans program, visiting a VA hospital, or by hiring a veteran.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Excellent.
In Derry, dozens of car and truckloads of donations were dropped off.
Nice warm winter jacket.
Keep Our Veterans Warm supports Liberty House. The event gave the public and fellow veterans an outlet to make a real difference while thanking vets for their service.
It's a great privilege to be able to help veterans and it's a nonpartisan issue. It's something this country needs more than ever right now.
Homelessness and suicide are two areas many in the veteran community struggle with. Organizations like Veterans Count are committed to providing shelter and care for our veterans. Live in the studio, Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. U.S. features point to mixed open as oil prices surge. Let's take a listen to the video from CNBC News.
I want to talk to you about Joel. He's lying to you.
Well, Wall Street is set to open slightly in the red this morning after stocks fell on Friday. The Dow dropping about 200 points, snapping a 4-day win streak on concerns about slowing global growth. But the index still posted its best week since March. Oil prices are rising today after Saudi Arabia announced it would cut production by 500,000 barrels per day in December. Other OPEC producers are considering cuts to supply in 2019. They are reacting to a 20% drop in oil prices since early October. Asian markets were mostly higher today, but Europe is edging down in morning trading. On the watch list for this week, reports on consumer prices and retail sales. With your CNBC Morning Report, I'm Frank Holland.
Okay, and there you go on that look at your markets for today. $31 dead, 228 missing, 7,000 structures burned as California blaze grows. At least 31 people have been killed as a massive wildfire ranging in northern and southern California have engulfed thousands of homes and were threatening to destroy more as blustery winds were dealing firefighters a managing challenge throughout the state over the weekend and into today. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.